I'll be the one to kill you! A sword comes down and everything goes white. Broken pillars, cracked stone, and the heir of Lightless flat on his back. This is bad. No way, no way, no way! That must never happen. I am the heir to the marquisate of Lightless. There's no way I die a death that pathetic. Carlos! I have to stop this. Young Master Rufus, where are you going? Hurry, we're heading for Rogue Belt. If that nightmare has even a chance of becoming real, then I'll crush it completely. One day earlier at the Lightless family manor. Young Master Rufus? Young Master, with a pout like that, you'll ruin that cute face. Drop the cute talk. I'm 12 already. But cuteness is justice if you ask me. Would you like today to be your last day alive, Carlos? I am always ready to lay down this short life of mine for you. Of course you are. A servant lives exactly as long as his master allows. Calling me cute is the height of disrespect. I even drink my coffee black. The aroma today is especially good. Whoever brewed it put in the work. A pleased smile spreads under the old butler's mustache. Then if I die, who brews that coffee for you? Truly regrettable. The cup stops halfway to his mouth. Carlos, out of mercy, I'll allow you to live a long life. Yes, I'll do my utmost to live long and humbly. Still, you nearly gave me a heart attack first thing in the morning. You were the one who provoked me. The last time you were this cross, you fired one of your magic tutors. That was fairly recent, wasn't it? You're fired. Someone like that, bold enough to teach me? Laughable. If it might ease your mind even a little, tell me the reason. You asked for it, Carlos. It's not a cute story, and it isn't an amusing one. Brace yourself. I had an endlessly long dream, an unpleasant one. It started with a commoner boy enrolling in a magic academy built on class snobbery. The noble students sneered, and still, he and his friends stood against the crisis coming for the world. Then the boy struck down the demon lords and the dark god behind them and saved the world. He married the princess of that kingdom and took the throne. Quite the story. Laughter and tears both, like a best-selling adventure novel. It was not entertaining at all. Carlos, coffee! 5 whole chapters of ridiculous rags to riches nonsense. Imagine sitting through every one of them inside a dream. You do have a point. One eye opens. The butler has notes. There was still room to tighten the pacing, and the first 2 chapters leaned a little too kindly on the villain's side. If you want to reach the masses, make it more relatable to commoners. Are you my editor or something? Why don't you try writing a book yourself? Say that again once you've written one. Listen well. The reason those chapters lean toward the villain is simple. Because I was in it as some petty, insignificant, villainous noble, and I kept getting killed off in the most pathetic ways imaginable. So you appeared as a villain? And what wicked deeds did you commit? You sound far too amused by this. In chapter 1, there's a villainous noble who mocks the hero for being a commoner. Ah, I remember him. I was one of his lackeys. Lackey B. I see. Who, exactly? After that, I kept walking the path of evil as a very minor villain. Then in chapter 2, I came back as one of the 4 heavenly kings, serving the second demon lord, Shadow Wolf Rufus. Shadow Wolf, what a name! You have an excellent sense for names. The Shadow Wolf fought well enough, then met an unimpressive end halfway through chapter 2. So in short, young master, you're sulking because you were cast as a villain who dies halfway in. You shouldn't be laughing either. You were my opening act. In other words, you died even before I did. Dark Butler Carlos. I am the Dark Butler after all. To think, I was protecting you even inside that dream. What a delight, young master. No, you didn't protect me. We both died. My mood has improved a little. Now then, today's schedule. Yes, sir. In the morning, herbology practice in the manor garden. This afternoon, a lecture on economics. What's that? He halts where the hedges open out. A fallen tree, sir. An old one by the look of it, and how neatly it landed across the path. Lord Rufus! What's going on here, gardener? Clearing it away will take a while.
You'll have to take a detour or cut through the woods. Your clothes might get dirty.
A detour? The value of time is not the same for a noble like me and a commoner like you. The gardener goes stiff, bracing for the worst. Stand back if you don't want to die! Dark Scythe! The trunk bursts apart and splinters rain across the path. That was some amazing magic, though he did seem a bit full of himself. You're still so green, rookie. Look down there. Down where? She leans out past the hedge to look. The whole trunk, cut into perfect firewood lengths. He did that so it would be easy to clear away and reuse? Hard man to read. Our Lord really is something. All right, haul it away, quickly! Master and butler walk the garden path side by side. Perhaps you could show a bit more leniency when dealing with commoners. Didn't I just help them finish their work faster? That is not quite what I meant. The servants of this estate are well trained, but trained? He may sound arrogant and obsessed with efficiency, yet he is still only a young boy. Out in the world, that attitude will earn you resentment, as if I'd bother coddling them. Show a soft face to commoners and they take advantage at once. Good grief. A noble's duty is to protect the family name and bring the land prosperity. Commoners work up a sweat to make a living. As heir to the marquisate, I study every day to meet those duties. Arithmetic, language, martial arts, economics, magic, etiquette, even the tedious practical magic drills. A hawk cuts across the empty sky. That is precisely why that story disgusts me. What could a commoner with nothing but brute strength do to save the world? Still, that prophetic dream does bother me. I never told Carlos, but that story was far too detailed and too vast to be a dream. That ridiculous nation where a commoner takes the throne is this very kingdom of Centerio, and others in that story appeared under their real names. In Chapter 2, the one calling himself the Second Demon Lord is Raymond Roy Nodin's Galleon. Even among the 4 heavenly kings, there were names I recognized. Raymond. I've never met him, but I know the name. The son of a duke. Why would a mere human call himself a demon lord? And why did I end up bowing to him? What could possibly change for me once I enter the academy? Just what is going on? Did it have to cost this much? Did they have to be sacrificed? Wasn't there another way, Rufus? Who is this? The protagonist from yesterday's dream? This place. A different angle, but the same moment the dream ended. Don't come near me, commoner. You're suffocating. Am I the shadow wolf from that dream right now? At this rate, I die exactly the way I died in the dream. Wait. Dark Ball. If the Shadow Wolf is my future self, nothing this week should be able to kill me. I'm almost out of mana and the fight hasn't even started? What is happening to me? Why am I forced to fight while pretending to be calm? Is the Shadow Wolf an idiot or what? 2 figures wait across the broken plaza, Abel and Farathiana beside him. Her stare locks on and does not move. I'll be the one to kill you, Rufus Lei Lightless. That line again? My body won't move. Can't I even defend myself? Hey, stop it! I don't even know you! No, I don't want to die. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. What is this pain? Isn't this supposed to be a dream? Wasn't there another way, Rufus? The whole thing is snapped back to the beginning. Don't come near me, commoner. You're suffocating. The same scene again? Dark Scythe. A blade of shadow unfolds out of his palm. No, the opening move is a different spell, so it isn't exactly the same event. Sorry, but this ends here. Shadow Wolf, die! Fire swallows him from the boots up. Is that the sound and the smell of me burning? No, wait, what is this? It's so hot, it hurts. Wasn't there another way, Rufus? This is the worst. Don't come near me, commoner. You're suffocating. Be gone, demon! A different cause of death, and still painful as hell. I'll never forgive you, traitor to humanity. This time it's wind magic that delivers the final blow. Because of the Lightless, Norn was... I don't know who that is. This is for everyone in the village you crushed with your taxes! That woman insulted me more than anyone and kept coming back to finish me off. I'm going to die anyway. So end it in one strike like the first time, you clumsy fool! No matter how many times the dream repeats, the Shadow Wolf loses. Why do I have to wait for their turn to end? The me inside the dream should heal himself. There should be a potion on me. This is like some kind of card game. Wasn't there another way, Rufus? Don't come near me, commoner. You're suffocating. Utterly ridiculous. Gloomy. Nice robe, loser. What's with those eyes, creep? Their insults are meaningless noise. This has lost every sense of reason. No. Am I the one who's wrong here? I don't even know anymore. Why does it keep repeating? What do you want from me? From the crown of my head to the tips of my toes, body and soul ground to dust. And still it starts over. Please, stop already. It's because I still cling to my own self that dying hurts this much. If only I could stop existing altogether. Let me just count them. Let me count nothing but the shadows. 20,802,001. Nothing but pale slopes and shadow, stretching on and on. His eyes open, hollow, fixed on nothing. He throws himself out of bed and hits the floor hard. Someone. He drags himself along the wall toward the door. Young Master? Young Master Rufus! Carlos, are you really Carlos? Yes, your personal butler Carlos is right here. He folds forward into the old man's arms. Tears come before any words do. Carlos! The scream tears out of him and does not stop. I don't want to die anymore. No more! No more! The wailing carries out across the whole estate. 1 hour later. My, young master. The boy stays buried in the butler's coat, hiccuping. A wet patch is spreading across the old man's lapel. It smells like smoke. My apologies. That was before working hours. I was used as a handkerchief. If your lord is in distress, you come running, even off duty. Commendable loyalty. He seems to have recovered. For you, always so full of confidence, to be shaken like this. The servants of the manor are quite startled as well. Two maids peer around the doorframe and duck straight back. What are you looking at? Get back to work. Our apologies. His nose is all red. How adorable. No idea what happened, but I'd love to comfort him. My crying carried through the whole mansion? Good thing father and mother are away at the villa. Young master? It's nothing. It's not funny. I just had a nightmare. 2 nights in a row. That is quite unfortunate. Yes. He pulls his knees up onto the bed and stays there. Was that really just a nightmare? Countless deaths, pain without end. I nearly lost my own sense of self. That cannot be called a dream. It was an experience. And if what I lived through there were to become reality? No. I am under no obligation to walk the same path as that story. Rather than accept an ending that pitiful, I'll fight it, however disgraceful I look. If I'd had enough mana, could I have won? If I hadn't been one of the 4 heavenly kings, would I have had to fight at all? If I had never been a villainous noble in the first place? The story begins when its cast enters the Magic Academy, 3 years from now. Would simply avoiding the protagonist be enough to escape it? No, that isn't it. That woman, the sailor who commanded a water spirit. Because of the Lightless, the village you crushed with your heavy taxes. She seemed to carry a personal grudge against me. Heavy taxes, was it? Hey, Carlos. Yes, young master. Was the warm milk not to your liking? Milk, you say? Huh, he's right. Never mind that for now, and stop treating me like a child. I want to know if any village in Lightless territory is suffering under heavy taxes. I will look into it, though our rates are not especially high compared with other domains. Taxes, a village. There was something like that in the story. A voyage to put down rampaging sea monsters, if I remember right. A fishing village they preyed on lost its catch and could no longer pay. Remember the village's name. It could be the key that ties the dream to reality. Rogue Belt. Rogue Belt. Rogue Belt? It sits in Lightless territory, a tiny remote fishing village. So Rogue Belt is real. It actually exists. Surely you aren't worried about the taxes of such a small place. With nothing but a dream to go on, it was like grasping at clouds. If you're unwell, sir, shall I reschedule today's plans? But if a village name I could not possibly know matches reality, that dream, the future where I die, it is starting to feel far too real. Carlos! He is already up and moving for the door. Young Master Rufus? Where are you going? Hurry, we're heading for Rogue Belt. Please wait, you'll need a coachman, guards, and Lord Lightless's permission. You'll serve as coachman and guard yourself. That is unreasonable. I'll report to father myself afterward. Honestly, I can't explain the real reason. He'd only call a doctor. That won't do, young master. I won't say you mustn't go, but at least inform the Lord. Carlos! The shout stops him dead on the stairs. I suddenly feel like eating fresh fish, right now. Something in the old man's eye shifts and settles. I overstepped. I'll prepare for the journey at once. Good, go. The butler walks off down the dark corridor. If I die, Carlos dies with me. My life and everything I own. No one takes what is mine without permission. Not even God would be forgiven for that. I'll strike at fate first, even if it's only a second sooner. I will change the future where I die, and I'll do it myself. I had a dream. No, less a dream than a prophecy. According to that tale, 3 years from now, I die disgracefully at commoner hands. I can't vouch for how reliable the tale is, but I'm not about to sit still for 3 years. So I set out by carriage, 4 days to the frontier village of Rogue Belt, all to change my own future. Strange. It smells like the sea. This is Rogue Belt, or so the map claims. Chalk cliffs, a gray sea, and a gull on a broken post. There are far too few people around. The Rogue Belt I saw 3 years ahead was worn down by heavy taxes, but it held far more people than this. The protagonist comes here to hunt sea monsters and meets the woman who joins his crew, none other than the mad sailor who was the first to take my head. Rogue Belt is a strong point of contact between the story and reality. I can't go back empty-handed. Young master, there's an inn over there. Perhaps they serve fish. Fish? Ah, right. I wanted to eat fish. Young master, you're breaking character. Good find, Carlos. They all looked like dog houses to me. Excuse us, huh? You bastards are here to collect again already? Collect? There's nothing left in this shop. Waste of a trip, old man. I'm truly sorry to trouble you at such a difficult time, but my master has some questions for the owner. Master? He looks the small figure up and down. This brat? Aren't you ashamed letting a kid like that boss you around? My master is a fine person, worthy of service. You've got the slave mentality baked right into you. Young master, this is what untrained commoners are like. Got it. Innkeeper, I don't expect hospitality fit for the capital, but answer my questions. I want to know this village's situation. Why is it so empty? That information comes with a price. The words come out like he has never said them before. I see. So you're a slave to money. Huh? What was that? Knock it off, Dad. Lilia, I told you to stay hidden. We are terribly sorry. My father spoke out of turn. Please, please forgive us. Don't bow your head to the likes of them. These people are different from the usual ones. Dad, you should bow too. What is this farce? Are our words not getting through? Young lady. Pops! Boots hammer up the steps outside. Pops, are you all right? We heard shouting. What's going on? Whose carriage is that out front? Lilia! She is face down on the floorboards, still bowing. The whole village is standing in the doorway now. You depraved old bastard! Huh? He's trying to make our Lilia lick his boots! The old man's got a weapon too. I would never. Fiend. Ogre. The words come at him from every side. The old man's the lackey! The boss is the short one! What? You goons sent by Clinton! I'd love to meet your parents. We won't go easy just because you're a kid! Is this a village of nothing but short-sighted idiots? And whose goon do you think I am? Most likely Clinton Fau Serpente, the magistrate posted to Roguebelt. Serpente. The magistrate of Roguebelt? In the dream, that man squeezed this place with reckless tax collections, and I was hated and killed as the blowback for his misdeeds? Bring out someone who can speak like a human being. Tell me everything about this Clinton. Arrogant brat! The crowd surges a step closer. That kid's probably a real noble. Lay a hand on him and you'll lose your head. Grieg! Sorry for surrounding you out of nowhere. I won't let them lay a finger on you, so could you let Lilia go? You know we're nobles, and you offer no name and no bow, and then you issue orders? My bad, I'm Grieg, head of the sailors here. Seems we can at least hold a conversation. He stays half-turned, hand never leaving his sword hilt, and he watches Carlos, the one carrying a blade, not me. Rude, but careful. I wasn't restraining the girl to begin with. She is still bowed flat against the floorboards. Girl, give me your left hand. Eh? Don't dawdle. Quickly. Yes, sir. He takes her hand and lifts her back onto her feet. He's a proper gentleman. Take her. He passes her to the nearest villager and turns away. Lilia! Whoa. He's aloof, but he doesn't seem like a bad kid. But he is insufferable. Good grief. I can see you hold no hostility toward my people. Stirring up trouble and wiping out a whole village would be a hassle. Commoners surrounding a noble with open hostility. That is what this is, isn't it? Raise a hand and it isn't merely disrespect. It's treason. Criminals are executed along with their entire families. That is the law of the kingdom. The law of the kingdom, is it? I'm so impressed. So if we weep and bow our heads in gratitude for your mercy, that settles it? Your head has no value, but it is still a head. It ought to bow anyway. Keep it down. The sailor's face goes completely blank. Somewhere behind him, someone snorts with laughter. That's all you're demanding? I don't know what kind of noble you are, but you're nothing like that bastard Clinton. No, I do have a demand. Tell me about Clinton, Roguebelt's local magistrate. Also, a certain someone keeps interrupting us. Are you lot on bad terms with him? Bad terms? Are you kidding? If he shows his face here again, we'll put our lives on the line and kill Clinton. You're past being commoners. At this point, you're barbarians. You're not wrong. He lets his men pillage the village and calls it tax collection. When there's nothing left to take, he has them carry off people instead. Savage enough to match us, wouldn't you say? The boy says nothing at all. Whoops, not exactly the talk to have in front of a kid. Grieg! A man crashes in through the doorway, out of breath. They're here for real this time, Clinton's goons! What? I'm coming. You lot stay put. Old man, if that thing on your belt isn't just for show, protect the boy. You don't have to state the obvious. Ringleader. The sailor stops one step short of the door. If you're ready to lay down your lives, take your petition straight to House Lightless. Straight to the Lord, is it? I'll think about it. He does not understand. Ignorance is a crime. Men with spears are already spilling through the streets below. Tax collection! Hand over your valuables at once, you wretches! Kill anyone who resists! Don't talk nonsense. There's nothing left to give. A club comes down and drops him where he stands. You've still got blood to give, haven't you? A cudgel swings up over a man already down. Hey, Carlos. Yes, young Master Rufus? I seem to recall learning that forced collection follows proper procedure. Indeed, this is merely robbery. He settles onto the couch as if none of it concerns him. Dad, let's run! The family silver! Captain, we found a young woman hiding. It hurts. Please, stop! She's my precious daughter! Take the family heirloom, just leave her be! Shut it. Dad! Carlos. Hypothetically, he does not so much as turn his head. Would it be possible for me to deal with Clinton personally? Not without the Lord's permission, I would think. If the heir acts on his own, it reads as blaming the lord for appointing the man. The proper course is to gather evidence, file a report, and take appropriate measures. Young master! As expected of the next head of House Lightless, he can already tell knee-jerk righteousness from orderly governance. Or not? Something behind him has already started moving. Oh, there's even a kid here! Forget the old man, just strip the valuables! Let's see if this one will sell. I'll inspect her myself. She screams and twists against his grip. No! Help! The boy is already off the couch and moving. I'll handle this myself. Back off, knave. This is a person so exalted that mere bandits presume by approaching him. Bandits? If not bandits, then vermin. Carlos is provoking them. The dark nobles are the ones backing us. Are you this insolent, knowing House Lightless stands behind us? A blade opens his cheek and he goes down roaring. Carlos really put his body on the line. Young master, He staggers back with a hand pressed to his face. Blood! I have been cut! I see. He starts walking unhurried straight at them. You wound my faithful servant, and on top of that you sully the name of Lightless. That is excuse enough to crush Clinton. Dark hand. A black fist closes and drives the man through the floorboards. The girl sits on the floor unhurt, staring up at him. While we're at it, bodies slide across the boards behind him. Captain, 2 more are swatted off their feet down the street. Kill those 2! Quite an entertaining little performance, Carlos. I am honored. So, young master, shall we finish them all off? Keep it moderate. Kid! He plows back into the fight with his fists swinging. With savages on both sides, there's no telling them apart, and we can't risk hitting villagers by mistake. As you wish. A black tide rolls up the street behind them. The wave takes Grieg off his feet along with everyone else. Bodies scatter across the rooftops and the road below. The butler moves through them like a blade through cloth. One old man with a rapier and the whole line goes down. The street is carpeted with groaning men in armor. The old man took down a whole squad on his own. What even is he? Pardon the unsightly scene. I don't mind. He's the former captain of the Dark Knights of House Lightless, still superb with a blade, even at his age. Oh, move it, retreat! Tell Clinton this. We'll take it straight to the Lord. We're not going to keep getting pushed around anymore. As for a direct appeal to me, that's practically done already. The whole village files out through the gate behind them. Was it all right to let the private soldiers get away? Yes. We're heading to Clinton's manor now. It saves us the trouble of explaining the situation. Something out over the water pulls his head around. What is this feeling? I thought I heard something out at sea. A wave of magic, like it wants to drag me to the bottom. Don't tell me it's that thing. The sea monster that only turns up 3 years from now. Did it come early because I knew the future and tried to change it? One of the Demon King's vassal beasts. The sea demon, Strafe. Young master? A gloved hand settles on his shoulder. Huh? The water is flat and empty again, all the way to the horizon. Are you reluctant to leave the sea behind? Or do you truly crave exotic cuisine? Carlos couldn't sense that creeping wave of magic then. What a carefree fool. I'll never set foot in this stupid town again. We're heading to Clinton's residence. I'll gather the evidence right away and deliver both it and the man to father personally. Clinton Fau Serpente. Let's see what excuse he tries to make this time. The Clinton estate in the harbor town of Viperport. Absolutely boring. Defaming the noble name of House Lightless and resorting to looting on top of it? I know nothing of such things. It must have been the tax collectors on site acting without permission. I'll find them and bring you their heads immediately. What a polished excuse. Cutting off the tail is a lizard's trick, not a snake's, you slithery bastard. Why is the tax collection falling behind? The peasant's excuses are absurd beyond belief. No matter, speak. He does not look up from the cup. They say the fishing has collapsed because of a mass outbreak of sea monsters, and claim they have nothing left to pay with. Roguebelt is suffering because the fishing has failed, and the cause is a mass outbreak of monsters? This is the same situation as in the story, but wasn't it supposed to happen 3 years from now? I have never heard of a mass monster outbreak outside a dungeon. The boy on the couch has gone very still. The fate of that village is tied directly to my own survival. Focus. The events of the future are already happening. If the outbreak runs the same way it does in the story, the culprit is the colossal demon kraken Strafe off the coast of Roguebelt. Even the 2 protagonists barely put it down, and this is how they finally managed it. Massive armament. In short, money. In the story, the king's back backing during the Demon Lord revival made that possible. This time I'll have to raise the money myself. I've returned, young master. You're late, Carlos. We can't waste any more time. I have obtained the items you requested. Also in the next room. And below, in the basement. He hides the lower half of his face behind one glove. Behind the glove, he is grinning. Everything so far has been dull, but it's about to get interesting, isn't it, Clinton? Yes? Unauthorized taxation, embezzlement, looting, kidnapping. My servant has just secured evidence of every one of your crimes. What? This much exposure was within expectations. As long as I still have that money, I can recover. You've hidden quite a stash of illicit funds in the basement, haven't you? Some of it cast into solid gold statues. I know nothing of such things. Someone must have. Oh, then you won't mind if I take custody of everything underground. My hard-earned savings? The money I set aside with such effort? Like hell I'll let some brat steal it. Nobody in the room moves. Nobody makes a sound. What's the raised hand for? You have a question? How polite. Well, Carlos, if you mean the armed men in the next room, they are all fast asleep. This is plainly an attempted assassination of a high noble. I could execute you on the spot for such insolence. Die? I'm going to die? I'll surrender all my wealth and treasures. Have mercy, please. Fool. Do you think House Lightless can be swayed by bribes? That takes care of the funds. Next comes procuring the arms. But the arms trade and its movement are heavily restricted by the crown. This man has been trafficking loot and people for gold. A snake knows its own tunnels. He'll have black market ties. Can I still make use of him? Mercy. Cobwebs hang from the ceiling above him. Very well. I'll give you a chance for atonement. Young master, weren't you going to lay his crimes and his person before your father? Oh, how generous. So what must I do? Something only a noble could do. A righteous act beyond the reach of commoners. Such nobility. It may be difficult, but if you succeed, your past crimes are forgiven forever. I'll do anything if I can be pardoned. Gladly. That's the spirit. Then listen closely. You are going to exterminate the monsters and save Rogue Belt. Monsters? That's just peasant nonsense. Pen and paper. A small hand opens, palm up, waiting. If there are no monsters, even better. Noblesse oblige. We need the image of a noble who stands with his people when they need him. Prepare all of this. Personnel, weapons, ships, ammunition? This much? Use your bribes, your back channels, whatever it takes to gather them. We leave tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning? That is simply impossible. What a shame. Then you can die here. I'll prepare everything at once. Young master, the butler has been quiet for a long time. What's that look, Carlos? I am wondering where you learned such wicked tactics. Are you going to report me to father? Considering we already snuck out, it's a bit late for that. Fair enough. Two silhouettes stand at the window side by side. Father will judge by results. Stay with me a while longer, Carlos. As you command. If the cause of the failed fishing is already out there, I'm the only one who can act. I'll use whatever I can. Even dirty money. The next morning, Rogue Belt. There are so many of them, and so huge! A fleet under full sail comes on across the swell. So many ships. Are the nobles attacking from the sea this time? The little one starts crying into her skirt. You fell down, huh? That must have hurt. Can you walk? Full! Yeah! All right, you're strong. That's a Rogue Belt kid for ya. Now then, time for hide and seek. Don't let anyone from outside the village find you. His grin drops the moment they turn away. I don't care if they're nobles. They are not setting foot on this land. This time, I'll protect everyone! Rogue Belt. The mass stand in a line across the bay. We never intended to come back here, but fate seems set on dragging us in again, doesn't it? It's a pain in the neck, but we need someone who knows these waters. They seem wary of us, though. Once they see our faces, things should settle down. You're the first to arrive, leader? You disappeared yesterday without a word, and now you come back like this? You can't pay your taxes because the monsters have ruined the catch, correct? I've come to deal with the source of that problem. Huh? This is all sudden and confusing, but you brought that whole fleet out to exterminate monsters? I'm not here for petty extermination. I'll sweep these waters and wipe out every last one of them. You villagers just stay hidden where you are. Kid, about yesterday. Sorry. Up till yesterday, we lumped every noble together and hated the lot of them. But you, kid, you're one hell of a fine noble, aren't you? Don't get carried away, you filthy lot. Still, why do you care so much about this village? Probably because I strangled a rare snake that could talk. Snake? By snake, don't tell me you mean Clint. Something slams down onto the pier behind them. What the? He throws an arm up in front of his face. Stop right there! The kid comes down off the roof with a plank raised overhead. The rapier takes it apart in a single stroke. He skids face first across the boards. Everyone on the pier freezes where they stand. Something drags his head around. The bandana has come loose and the face beneath it is a stranger. A shape hits him square and drives him back down the pier. Young master! I'm fine. Don't interfere, Carlos. I got overconfident. Blood runs from the corner of his mouth. Interesting. That is killing intent no child should have. This brat. I saw him charging in from a long way off, but his agility up close is ridiculous. And he went straight for the one in charge. You idiot, Fall! What the hell are you doing to the village's savior? Savior, huh? So this is the noble everyone's talking about. That's right, so listen to me. I figured as much. In that case, that's all the more reason we can't let you into the village. Quite an ungrateful reaction given that I am your savior. Very well, I'll hear you out. Fall, that's enough! Master Grieg, please do not interfere. You won't get away with tricking all the villagers like that. Tricking them, you say? Everyone has changed. His whole frame is shaking now. A fist comes in low and fast. In just one day, my old man, and Lilia too, they're all calling you a good noble. There's barely an opening in him. I won't be fooled! A wide swing. The arm goes past him by a hand's width. The boy slides back down the pier. Then answer me this. I drove those corrupt tax collectors out of your village. If that doesn't make me a good noble, then tell me, what exactly is a good noble? Huh? Well, maybe one that doesn't collect taxes? Idiot. One boot slides forward, deliberately slow. You think roads and bridges just spring out of thin air? I'll teach you. What? A good noble is simply a noble who happens to be convenient for you. The kick lands square in his gut. He is no ordinary brat. His movements are unnatural, but I've gauged his limits. Hey leader, is this your boy? He's got no manners. Well, you know, he's the youngest of 3 brothers, so we might have spoiled him a little. The kid stays down on all fours, breathing hard. Don't forgive him. Have you forgotten Loon? Don't forgive Clinton. Don't forgive Lightless. Don't forgive nobility. He drags himself back onto his feet. A good noble? Every last noble is scum. That resilience. Does he have mana? The two of them slam together against the rail. He is reinforcing his body with magic without even knowing it. 2 enormous eyes open in the dark above the pier. The kid is already off his feet, hauled up into the air. A hand closes on him before the water can take him.